Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tenosity Human, and welcome back to our Western Empire's Rebel campaign. You join me in Italy, where, of course, Appius Pius has had several great victories and is now ready to move on south towards Ravenna and, of course, Rome. We have a little bit of work to do before that, though, simply because we're not exactly in a solid position. We've had rebellion after counter-rebellion after counter-rebellion up in the north. It's been a little bit mad, all these cities flipping around in circles. We have eventually, though, got this one under control. Summer Breather over here just about settled down at this point, and we do have Colonia Agrippina that we've got our eyes on. We've got a force over here, and we've got ourselves some peasants along with some Vandal allies. So if they give us a poke, then of course they will be drawn into the battle as well, which very much suits me. Down in the south, of course, we have the Berbers, who we are going to go and take out pretty darn soon. We've had a very clean victory against them over in the Atlas Mountains, and that means now we're heading right into the desert to finish them off. They have now, have they got the lines or just a ceasefire with the Western Romans? I can't actually remember. Just a ceasefire. Okay. Whereas the Western Romans seem to be allied with pretty much everyone going, apart from me and my lovely friends over there. So we'll probably find a battle with them very, very soon indeed. Spain is very happy, very chill. Everything is nice and easy going over there, as is, to be fair, quite a lot of the goings on in the southern half of France. We did a little Berber army, of course, we took out last time. Other than that, it's been it's been good. We've just been able to smash several armies on the Po River here last time. It's really set us up very nicely because we've taken very few casualties here, and we're just starting to pick up the experience. Sarmatians with 4 experience, even Libertane, these guys survived somewhat. No, nothing from the blacksmith here, but nonetheless, it's a decent enough little force, and their infrastructure has not been able to build up enough for them to get too many high quality troops. Of course, when we were playing as the Eastern Empire rebels, we saw endless first comitatus cohorts. And yeah, it was a bit more tricky to take all those out. Ravenna here, though, looks a little bit vulnerable. So we can actually get ourselves over here and pull them into a battle in the field. That's probably the best plan, actually. Wasn't what I was planning to do, but having seen the opportunity, pretty hard to turn it down. Right, you, sir, get out of there. How happy can we keep this town here? Daily games puts us on 60. Okay. What can we do? There isn't a huge amount in terms of money going on. I have obviously just put this into play. We get peasants, which actually, to be fair, they only do half as much as they would do in Rome Total War. It's pretty much just the sheer number that counts, but yeah, peasants do count for half. So we'll get some foederati. Do I need to send one more unit back there? Probably I do. We'll send back one archer. That, I'm going to have to say, is all I will put there to make that hold. What I would like to do, though, is go take on these chaps, pull them all into battle. Marvellous stuff. So, take on these guys in the field. Hopefully they're not up a mountain. And we've got the other army from the town there. Privatores, who are, kind of fun, but nothing too good. Not brilliant, not terrible, but to be honest, it'd be much better if there were a fair more set of units there. But he's got an unlucky leader, which is +2 morale, so must bear that in mind. Anything else that's going to be bad? Not really. The gladiator doesn't really affect this either. So they've got +2 morale, that force. They are not going to be pushovers. But be careful. If we can get this first force nice and cleanly, it will be in a good place to push on. So let's head into battle. Let's clear out Ravenna. Very simple plan from me here. I'm going to trap the main army in the corner, so the army from Ravenna are going to get pulled into the battle right about here, which is good, but it's also bad because some of them will get away. But I'm just, you know what, I saw this good opportunity with the farm here. I thought I'm going to pin them into the corner. I was pretty certain that army would run away at the far end of the battlefield, which is indeed what they've done. So we've got some lads coming in. Cavalry, you roar on in. Actually can't get past this little fence here, so we're in a good position to see what we can make of this. So Plumbatari, how are you doing? Right, we'll get into these chaps, plough into them, all the cav into the Plumbatari. Here's the general's unit as well, so I'm sure you can do some hefty work. We'll immediately pull ourselves back into these guys. Yep, all of the cav into their flank. They are going to break immediately. I'm going to chop them apart. This is very good news indeed. Lovely stuff. General's going to come in. Oh, is he? I don't know. Go and hit the Foderati, please. Infantry, just charge in at that general. Just get pushing in. Archers, just shoot all the various units that you can, and that works for me. Okay. You get pulled into the general, which is a little bit unfortunate. Need to get these guys around the flank ASAP. ASAP. All infantry, get into there. Cav, try and get this guy surrounded just to make sure he's not getting out anytime soon. Palatina are in battle over there to make sure that we have them pinned in here. General, go. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. He can't escape. He is so close to the exit though. So close to the edge of the map, but he should be caught here. Don't think he's got any chance of getting away. Missiles, stop what you're doing. Lovely. In the wheat fields, he falls. Magnificent stuff. A couple units have got away, but almost nothing, to be honest with you. The secondary general there. Secondary general has taken a fair knock, but nothing too much. The reinforcements are also fleeing at this point. Shame we're not going to catch them, but we've done a good amount of damage to that main force, and I think it's probably a more comprehensive destruction than we would have seen otherwise. So that's taken out almost the entire force and virtually no losses from us. Let's just try and get my other cav to mop up these guys because they seem to be running away. Why have we let them escape? Why have they letting themselves get killed is more the important question at this point. Oh, they're peasants, that's why. They saw a field, they thought that was their place. No, 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 no. You're going to get yourself killed, sirs. So, the Battle of Po Farm here. Actually, I suppose we're down to Ravenna at this point. But, yep, we are doing very well for ourselves. Cleared out a fair few of them. Sadly, not quite the walk into the city we were hoping for. Don't know if this army will go into the city. Yes, indeed they will. Bit of a shame, but this is nowhere near as tough of a force. And actually 97% chance of opening the gate. No! Oh, we've fully extended ourselves and we're now stuck there, which is irritating. Oh well. Oh well indeed. Well, I guess it's on to end our turn, see what happens. But Ravenna is pretty much there for the taking. Ahaha! So we have a battle with the Vandals, who I'm guessing are in the forest? Quite sure. My forces attack the Western Empire, yes. So this army is attacking them, but that's not this guy over here. That's someone else. Presumably in the forest here? I don't know. Hopefully there's no... Attempt a night attack, which takes me out of it. Okay, well, I will go... I'm not sure the game's breaking here or not. I'll drop a save and then we'll head into battle. See if this wants to work, because I can't help but notice the army doesn't exist.
This battle will be over.
Yes, this battle will be over, and for some reason I'm sort of the Vandals. What's going on? Okay, they have several people in the battle here, and we've got ourselves our cav. Right, seems to be okay. Apart from the trees are very low graphic right now, and the game's getting all jumpy and weird, and not sure. Okay. Yeah, something's gone very wrong here. I'm not sure what. This is unusual. My Rome is normally very stable, but this is a problem. I might just have to resolve whatever this is. Is this gonna work if I just quick it? No. Okay. What if I withdraw? The game is not very happy right now. Let's just withdraw. Let's just withdraw and see if the game is happy. Okay, probably best to leave that. I no idea what's going on with that. Okay, we'll reload. Here we are then, back ready for the battle a second time. The army hasn't loaded in even from a reload, so we'll just auto-resolve there. Clear victory. The music isn't playing. It's very strange and eerie. 500 kills though, so they've done a decent enough job. Strange. Very strange indeed. That I'm guessing the army was in the forest, but yeah, it's there now. Here it is. That's the army that was just in that battle. Why nothing else happened, I don't know. 60... Wait a second. Wait a second. Give me the open gates! Yes! Right, we can try this a second time. This time, I think because I'm the leading force, it will be okay. Let's see if the Vandals can do this one for me. What is the chances of this? It fancies me, actually. Good, good indeed. Apparently I lost some men in that battle. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Tertius Corcanianus or something along those lines. He's already hurt, and he's a Christian but has doubts about God. Minus morale, which is good for us, but yes, that means you're doomed, sir. In we go then with Captain Anthemius, the great peasant leader. Yeah, let's go, peasants. So the Vandals are not even with us. Interesting. We will just let them get on with their job, really. It'll be fun. I do like to watch a good AI battle. What are they going to do? Hopefully, don't know why are they taking a ram. The gate's wide open. There's some hordemen who have decided to immediately run into the city and get themselves killed. Well done, sirs. Bit over eager, but oh well. We'll get my peasants over here. Hopefully they won't get shot by the onager. Don't know what he's doing. Well, they're gone, and in comes the burning ram. Well done, chaps. That's not going to work. Why do they have a ram, by the way? That's the Vandal faction who's been hit by what do you calls it? A flaming thingamabob. Yep, that's good English, me. So Grail Knights, always good to see the Grail Knights taking on a load of the Vandal units over here. They want to send in their generals. That would probably be a good idea rather than just sit there getting them shots. They somehow have taken out the Vandal faction leader. It would be quite fun actually if the Vandals managed to get themselves entirely killed here today. You never know, maybe they will. Well, they're now routing out of the Nether gates, which is not very sensible, I would imagine. But there we are. Here come the generals. This should probably be able to do the job by itself. But and again, we'll see about that. At least the onager's taken out now. That's some revenge for the Vandal horsemen. See if the Vandals can live up to their name at this point. They've got comitatenses to chop down over here. That's another enemy general. Although that's the enemy general falling, as opposed to my goat. No, that's the Breno. Okay, the game's very confused about who's my friend and who's my foe here. Yes, they're the Vandals, and they are our friends. Please remember this. Must remember to tell the Vandals to not look up what Vandal actually means in English, because, yeah, this should be my city at the end of this. In fact, it will be my city because I'm the one who's actually leading the attack. So whether or not I do anything, I am the one who's going to get the town if indeed they succeed for me. How are things going, by the way? 41%, 47%. But they've lost all their trash basically at this point, but they've just got their generals. And because the gates are open, it really doesn't matter if they lost their infantry, because in the end, it'll all be nice and simple. It occurs to me as I look around this beautiful, epic city here that, yeah, of course, this is like a huge city with wooden palisade out the front, which is a little bit disappointing. Hello, Steve. It's Alan and Steve. What are you doing? Trying to find the plaza, apparently. Well, they're going the right way. Seem to know where they're going. But that cavalry actually got up to anything at this point? Yeah, they're heading into a few more men. Some peasants being chopped down. Honestly, I think they've got this. They've totally seemed to have got it. The percentages are well in their favour at this point. Thank you very much. This is a great alliance, by the way. Anyone who said, what a pointless alliance, you've just signed up to make everyone hate you. No! I've signed up to many victories. Adam and I were forced away by this great, vicious horde. They might not ever conquer any cities, but they will conquer a city for me, damn it. And if they happen to lose tons of their generals in the process, well, that's a shame. That's what's going to happen. They've actually lost 2 of their 6 family members here, so we'll see how this goes. We've got a few of them left. If they're sensible, they'll send in the 2 already dead ones into battle here, but you never know. We'll turn it down to medium speed. We've got General, Federati Cav, and the peasants. I've just got the I've just got the deployment music going on here. It's very eerie watching the AI battle like this. Yeah, they just sent in these 2 guys to try and win it themselves. Apparently they want the glory. We'll see if they can actually chunk them down. They might well get themselves killed in the process. Yeah, well that's the Roman general gone. Lovely stuff. Come on, peasants, get in here. It's time for your glory. That's victory. And yes, indeed it's going to fall to me. Are they going to capture it back? I don't know, but it looks exciting. Well done, my good sirs. Let it not be said that we weren't inside the city as victory was declared. Thank you, sirs. Yeah, the Vandals have cleared out the Roman town for us, and there we go. Colonia Agrippina. Now, please have a cup of mead and then just leave, please. Thank you. Exterminate. With that, we'll burn down the temple of Sol Invictus and build a lovely church to the Lord. Thank you very much, sir. Unfortunately, all the pagans in here means that, yes, we're going to have something with public order. Yeah, the Christianity is not going to be converted anytime soon. A good thing that they killed a couple of them, I suppose. So, we have ourselves a few peasants in the town there. None of these can make it. That's a bit of a shame. We will just line up a load of peasants for now and beg and hope that the town doesn't revolt. But I hope it will just settle down after a turn or two. Oh, look, some Sarmatians as well. Are they at war with the Vandals? I somehow suspect they are. Where are the Vandals? They are at war with literally everything they've ever come across apart from us. And having kind of half stolen that city from them might not be too friendly. I reckon we could take them out with this force if we needed to, though. So, with any luck, we'll be fine. We'll be absolutely fine. No particular riots going on in Mediolanum. That seemed to have settled down just about enough. Get some Plumbataries there as we finish the Christian chapel. Of course, Appius Rex needs to head into Ravenna. The gates are, of course, open. So we'll head into there very soon indeed. We've got a good old Hortensius over here. That is indeed his name. Yes, lovely. And we can head back into Arles. Now, with you, sir, you need to re-heal those terrible, terrible failures of units. Competences, to be fair to them, did actually try and battle, but yeah, the rest of them were just an absolute disgrace. Over here we have Luca Maximanus and his father Mercurius. Yes, I think probably, sir, it's time to hand over your lovely retinue to your son and the drill master. Marvellous one at that. Do you want to pass on your lovely bodyguard as well? That I would quite like that. That would make me happy. Get yourselves a trader at the end of that. We obviously do have a little bit of loot money, which we can invest in sensible places. This was always a problem, so let's get the arena so we can at least take advantage of the arena solutions. And Sextus Rex, you can finally make it back to town, have a bit of fun. Enjoy the local eateries and all of that nonsense. I think that's pretty much what I told him last time, to be fair. We have indeed got a fair bit of investment going on across the cities. Paved roads are nearly complete over there. That'll be useful for actually getting home. Not so much for actually getting there, because now we're actually out of our region. Berber Capita down to 2 units, which just their army's gone somewhere, but as long as it doesn't get in the way of me, I'm absolutely happy, because yeah, that's their last city as far as I'm aware, and that will be their faction destroyed. On which note, what are we up to in the north? I can see they've still got some troops there around Londinium. I'm not going to bother send anything there anytime soon. Not at least until I've taken out Vicus Alemanni and Augusta Viticorum anyway. At the very least this one, because I do need to just make sure I've cleared my way along the border here. It's not a bad border, I suppose. It's obviously the river border with these chaps. The Franks are my friends, but I don't think that will last for very long at all. So we'll have to, yeah, just keep an eye on that as we go forward. Yeah, things do look, in general, though, pretty solid right now. We've got some rebels blocking the Arcanuntum reinforcements, which is always good to see. We've got ourselves a random general over here who doesn't look like he's going to cause us any worries. There are the Eastern Romans who are wandering around. They obviously do have Pannonia. I must bear that in mind. My diplomat is around here. Go have a chat with Constantinople. See if we can get some map information. Map information. We're a lot stronger nowadays. They'll happily accept that now. And, okay, nothing too interesting actually in this part of the world. Sassanids pretty much where you'd imagine them to be. The Romans have actually done a little bit better because they generally lose Armenia. I suppose historically it flipped back and forth. So can't be too surprised it's doing it here either. We'll send you over towards Thessaloniki. And yeah, to be honest, I don't really know what you're doing. You're just bumbling around, seeing who you can find here or there. Close-mouthed. Ah, he's good at being good at bribing. Anyway, and Curtis as well. What a lovely chap. Okay, time to head into Ravenna then. Gate is open. There's a few troops left. Honestly, I reckon a simple auto-resolve will do this. 39 and a big extermination. That is another boon for us. Let us go and destroy the temple, actually, because I think it's going to be a good chance for us to do that. Yep, go and smash it up. A lot of damage done here. What happened to this town, people? Just let it be. Okay, we'll get the Christian shrine built because we obviously need that. It is actually still unhappy technically, so that's fine. We won't worry about that too much. Ravenna is ours, and with that, Rome is looking incredibly vulnerable because, to be honest, the defence with the Western Empire is up here. It's Mediolanum and Ravenna. Whenever I get to Rome and Barbarian invasion, it's literally, it's just... the goal is wide open. You just have to literally smash the door down with, you know, like a soft brick that you find in the hallway. That will honestly do the job. So with that done, we definitely have the money for a lot of the investments that are probably desperately needed across the empire here. We're pretty much picking up where well the empire has kind of left it, really, which is completely underdeveloped. So if we get ourselves a bathhouse, that's probably a nice place to start with. Some basic farms. Actually, no, get yourself an academy, sir. Get some baths, and then when you're in the bathhouse, then you'll be able to have a good rest before you go back to school. That'll be lovely. Cordom is about to complete that, and you can desperately get the baths built. That's taking forever, as far as I can tell. And down here, we are about to finish that, so we might as well get on to something new. Shipwright is always a good plan. Plenty of money to be had there. And over in these towns, Tarraco is almost complete with that. Get the palace built, and over here, honestly, just go back onto farms. Okay then. So some really important bits of infrastructure going on, which are going to boost our economy going forward. And just kind of make sure in the odd place like there, yeah, that we're not going to have rebellions where we shouldn't really be getting them. So we might have the odd problem around the empire, but I think on the whole, pretty happy where this is going. Now, normally when we go and take Rome, that would be the end of the campaign, but I don't really want that to be it. Obviously, the plan here is to reunite the Roman Empire. We want the whole thing. All of its borders, the biggest borders, 117 AD, the kind of maximum extent of Rome. That's what we want to be having here. We want to completely reunify this empire. That's what we're going to do. So, yeah, we're going to do this thoroughly, as far as I'm concerned. So we're not quite at the end. Do not think that, ladies and gentlemen. No, but we are definitely at the end of Act 1, Act 2 probably. Maybe let's call it Act 2, because Act 3 would be the destruction of all of the East. They're actually quite friendly with us. I don't think they like their Western neighbours. But yes, it's all good. It's probably time to end our turn though. See what adventures come in the end turn. Unsurprisingly, the Vandals have immediately attacked the town that they just took, and I kicked them out of. Not really that surprising, is it? I did call it. Oh, our alliance didn't last very long. I'm glad several of you died in that last battle. Looks like we're going to have to go and take them on. Colonia Agrippina. No one was hurt in the rioting. There is so much to learn in this world. Right, the hordes arrive. The Vandals, who have betrayed us, of course, have besieged our city. Unsurprising, but it was good to fight alongside. Well, sort of alongside. I tried to fight alongside you, and to be fair, I literally did. These guys literally did fight alongside you once. My spires got stuck inside. That is annoying. I had to go and smash these guys. It wasn't really a battle I was planning for, albeit I kind of half expected, all things considered. Right, several besieges. Oh yeah, Mediolanum got under siege as well. Frankly, can they win with that? I guess they probably can. Okay. Merge the forces. We should be able to, once we've got these large repairs done, be able to, yeah, retrain everything now. Ooh, Imperial German Bodyguard. I forgot that we can get those. Ah, the Schole Platine. Marvellous. I forgot these even existed. I never see the Empire use them whatsoever. Nice. Very nice indeed. I don't know if they're really, like, any better than the Sarmatians. Are they just kind of Roman versions of Sarmatians who just are more expensive and less good? What's the point of them? If someone in the comments were to tell me what the point of this is, I'd like to know, because they cost more, Their upkeep is more, and in every way they are not as good. So yeah, do let me know whatever that useless unit is. What else can we get? Lots of boats, things like that. Marvellous, marvellous stuff. So Oningers would be good. I wouldn't mind to get myself some proper siege equipment. But for now, it's probably a good plan just to think of what we're lacking here. Probably some hefty infantry. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my son, Maximus Rex, off to go and take on this force at Mediolanum. Do they have himself any siege equipment? No, they don't. So you can go ahead over to the bridge. You know what? Don't take the Palatina, actually. No, do take the Palatina. Tell you what, he can just have this top-ish line of troops. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be fine. You go over to that bridge for now. That is not what I wanted. I've given him the complete opposite end of troops, haven't I? No, I haven't. That's fine. I got a little bit confused there, ladies and gentlemen. It remained with that force, didn't it? Yes, it did. I'll give him the spy, though, just to make sure he's got himself some good sight. This guy's just a full ability at 35. He's been jumping between armies and towns here for 10 years. I've had him. Magnificent stuff. Right, with all of those, wow. All right, some of those were just rebuilding from me smashing up the world. Yes, indeed it was. Right, Cordoba. Cordoba. You are at long last, able to do something. It is lovely. I'll get you some committances. Don't you worry. We'll get you a little bit of a garrison just to calm you down. We do have daily games over there. We're having a great time down in Andalusia. It's just marvellous. And down with the Berbers. We're nearly there. It's slow going in the desert. Looks like we're going to have a fairly easy game of it over there. Nothing really standing in our way. Right, Vandals. The Vandals. There seem to be all sorts here. We've got the Alemanni force, we've got the Vandal force, we've got the Saxons, Sarmatians, and the Burgundii, as well as the Franks who actually live here. All I can't see is Romans, who I've actually killed, albeit I kind of am the Romans at this point, if I'm honest. Technically, what are my win conditions? I didn't set any. Good, that was a clever bit of work by me. I can probably set that now and it would still over... I don't think that's set at the start, actually. I can probably change game files for that. Basically, it's reunite the Roman Empire, but Rome, I kind of expected to say Rome and 15 settlements. Alas, they never had a goal. Actually, of course, if I kill the Western Empire, I become the Empire... Yes, I've got to bear that in mind. That's something that's going to happen. This happened with the Eastern Empire Rebel campaign, and it confused quite a few people. So a few people in the comments very much expressing their perplexment or how they could make the same thing happen. Because, yeah, when we kill them, we kind of become the Empire, but that then means that our faction's destroyed because I started as the rebels and they're now gone because they're now the... Anyway, it's all very confusing. We'll sort that out when we come to it. Basically, we need to have Rome. As long as I have Rome, then I can ensure that that it's fine however we finish off the Empire. Let's get into the Vandals, because whilst they were very helpful in opening the door, they managed to repair the ramp that burnt down. Yeah, whilst they do indeed help us in, we're going to have to go and kill them now. 4 generals, we can kill the... Can we kill the entire family? Yeah, it is all of them. Why are those 2 over there? I don't know. Honestly, we are going to struggle to kill them, aren't we? I think we're going to struggle quite a lot. I don't really know how we're going to do this. I think we might be best actually heading round and just providing support actually from the flank. And if I'm going to take them out, I'm probably going to need some reinforcements. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to send some men over there. Can you get any further? No, you can't. Okay, you won't send the Andre right now, but you will try and get this sorted out. Augusta Tivorum is immediately not very happy. Vandals are actually going to come into the city here. So, what do we have? 1 single ram. Interesting. Do they imagine the gates will just open for them like they did last time? I don't know. But we do, of course, have ourselves a secundus of an army. Yeah, second army over at the back there. No. Never to be controlled by the AI. Not having it whatsoever. Right, they do have, of course, though, 4 generals with 4 or 5 chevrons on them. So we need to be very careful about that. I don't like the horse archers, but there are frankly not many of them, and I've got some of my own at long last. This army is quite a nice one. Right, a bit of a random defence against the Vandals then. This has been topsy-turvy. Been with them for a couple of battles. Now we're going to have to take them on. This is inevitable, wasn't it? Let's go. Kind of amusing, but of course, it's decided that the AI gets to control the rest of the troops. Yay! Well, we are going to have a fun battle then. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Are my allies just going to stand out here? You need to enter the city. Find a gate. Go in through it. What are the AI doing? To reload this in a minute and actually do it myself if you're not going to go. What are you doing now? Going through the gate. One unit manages to know what they're doing. The Limitane know what they're doing. That really says it. That really says it indeed. They're trying to go through the exact gate they went through. Apparently that's what they're trying to do, which is one of the most ridiculous things I have seen the AI do. But there we are. Well, you're going to go in this way. At least they've gone in this way. Right. Let's see what happens now. But frankly, it's going to be utter lunacy on toast, isn't it? I'll be honest, because he's about to get himself killed, and this whole thing is completely stupid. I'm just going to go and reload our feet. But we'll watch a little bit more of the stupidity. Those pagans, all their flashiness. No, this is all you want. A good old frugal church. This is what true religion looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that beautiful, beautiful scared face on the church. Right, what even is happening here? Because it is all lunacy as far as I can tell. My general's about to get himself killed. Running to the plaza. That might at least save him. But God knows what they're all doing. This time, watch me incompetently use the forces I just complained about. Right, where are we? We're on the terrible side of town, aren't we? We are on the terrible side of town. That might be part of the problem they had. I'm starting to straight away see what the problem was. Okay, we need to get everybody to the plaza ASAP. Oh God, these towns are utterly ludicrous, aren't they? Right, ludicrous on toast. Get yourselves over here. Bit of a random encounter in the streets here. We've got a couple units kind of meeting each other. Might as well send them in for a bit of a bout. Take out one or two of their units early on. Warlord clashing into my general over here. Just need to be a little bit careful. In comes the reinforcement general over there. Lovely stuff. A few early routes is good, but I'd rather you get out of there at this point. Don't want to do anything too foolish. General is over there. Marvellous stuff. Okay, horse archers. Yep, you're supposed to get out there. That's why. Right. Back over here, cavalry. Back over here. Onto loose. You guys run. We're trying to catch them out here. Ridiculous. Right, well, there goes that warlord. This warlord at least has put himself straight into the death zone, which is lovely. In fairness to them, whilst they were incredibly stupid last time, it is still quite a long way around. So I can't in some ways blame them for their slight incompetence last time, but they didn't actually ever even try to go anywhere near the town. So yes, a bit stupid on their part. Most infantry are making their way at this stage, but yeah, it could be going better for them. Could be going a bit better. They're going to be very winded when they arrive, but it's better than nothing, I would say. Definitely better than nothing. We're going to see if we can catch one or two of these units whilst we have an opportunity. Get in the horse archers as well. Try and do the job. Come on, chaps. Here by our beautiful frugal church as ever. We just want to slow them down long enough for the general to be able to make it. What I need to make sure is that these two guys are fairly safe, so we're just going to pull them out. You guys pull out of there as well. We'll try and charge into them. 29, that's actually their proper faction leader general, isn't it? Okay, you get yourselves over here. Pull out, 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 pull out. We can't actually afford to get ourselves chopped away by this guy. He's way too strong. So, we'll get ourselves back to the plaza, lads. Back to the plaza. And we are at least getting our other troops here. They're going to be knackered. But they are here. And that was kind of the plan Just make sure we don't lose these generals as we try and get them in. We're just supposed to slow them down and not get ourselves killed. But they are desperate to turn around. Stop engaging with the battle. It's not the point. Right, missiles. Let's just try and vaguely sort this out because I do have a few troops here I can make use of. So what I want to do is have myself my missiles and obviously all my infantry over here. Now, okay, obviously everyone's just been told to go in one particular place. Right, I'm going to organise these guys because they're a mess. Right, well, our formation's gone all to hell because they've decided to charge into us. That warlord might as well go down in that case. But we'll see who else we've got in vague position at this point. Pretty much no one. One of our guys is melting, not their guys. Cavalry, pull yourselves back out at this point. I'm quite happy to send him flying. That's the enemy general fallen once more. And I have to reset the infantry because they've all got distracted by that. We seem to be just about getting ourselves in position at long last, which is good to see. Peasants, you can probably pull back into auxiliary mode at this point because you're not going to be the major unit. Oh no, these Limitani are going to get in position. Oh, look at all these javelins. That is magnificent stuff. Peasants have managed to pull out of there. Limitani are still running across the face of the battle. Most have been killed by our own javelins, I think. Palatina, get into that general, and well, they've held them in the position, if nothing else. Well done, chaps, you've done something. Vandals, well, I suppose they've managed to take the town for us. This is the only army that was going to be killed to take in this town, so I suppose they've kind of just done the job for us, and now we've got to pay the price for that. I don't know. Anyway, these Limitani are never going to get to their position over here, so I think we better just pull out of there for now. Lovely, lovely stuff. My cavalry is just all hanging back at this point. It's probably for the best. If anything, I'm just going to get this general out there. Main general can come over to this position. Ooh, bit of a hit on them. Get some javelins into the back, please. That will be magnificent. And yeah, the horse archers can just shoot in. We're still taking some big hits here, but we are largely clearing them out. Yeah, there we go. There's the route. There goes enemy general, just one more to go, and that's probably going to be him right there. I think it's just the actual king himself. General, start to chase them down. You guys get into there as well. Enemy general's trying to flee. He might not make it. No, killed by the last chap. I think that might be all of them. All the Vandals are going to be taken out, and that is magnificent news. You've managed to keep both of them alive. Managed to run all the way around the city. God knows why we can't just have an actual road that takes us around. This place is terrible. It's got worse infrastructure than the Pokemon world, and that really is saying something. Literally chasing these guys out of the city. It's great. I'm loving it. Push the last of the Vandals out of their city. I say the last of them. There's some more somewhere. Ah, here they come. A few of them are a little bit late to the party. Infantry, do you want to reorganise? I don't think they're going to get past you, but you might as well be vaguely in position. I don't think these guys have got the memo at this point, so yeah, just shoot them down. Something like that anyway. They need to just be shot. In come the arrows at the last few of them. Yeah, I don't know why these guys were continuing, but apparently they seem to think this is the best place for them to be. So we're just going to get them all chopped up. The last few of them have been scared away. I believe we killed all of them. I believe that's the end of the Vandals. So they might well be our friends. Well, they were our friends. No longer. Woe to the vanquished, indeed. Woe to the vanquished. And I think that is them all gone. End of a faction. That was us, ladies and gentlemen. The Vandals. Destroyed. Magnificent news. Not really quite what I was expecting to happen, but it worked out in the end. I would love to go and kill all these other Menai family members. That probably is a good idea, but oh well. I think we'll just let them pass for now. I'm not sure I can really manage the problem. This is still very unhappy though, isn't it? Very unhappy indeed. Right, Christian Chapel. See what we can do. Pump out all of the peasants. All of them peasants. That was a bit harsh. Only we trained 4 of them. Anyway, faction announcements. Luca Maximanus has got himself married. How wonderful, sir. He is nobly pious after all. Can't argue. And what else do we have? We have a new family member, Messalina. Oh, lovely. So, with that, our money exists, which is a novelty as things go. Actually, having money is a very unusual thing for us. We do need to go and take up these guys. And I think we might have to hold back on that for the moment. Let's just have a quick check what's going on around the Empire before we leave it for today. Victor Rex will be known as Victor Africanus after this. It's going to be magnificent. Into Dimity, we'll have a little look at that. It looks like it's fairly weakly defended, actually. It's going to be fairly simple. 2 units. I don't think there's anyone else hiding around unless they've stolen a city and I'm unaware of it. Doesn't look like it. Looks like the Berbers will go down next time too. That's very good news indeed. Right. How are we doing? The Gauls. Oh my god, the Celts. The Celts. The Celts have actually landed over here. There I was saying, there's no problem with the Celts. Not even worth getting an alliance with them. They'll just sit there and do nothing. No, of course they won't. The Celts will just send a full stack army full of chariots down here to this little town. Great. We might need to recover quicker than anticipated, actually. And actually the Alemanni are kind of in the way when it comes to that. So let's just merge and yeah. Are we going to go and take these guys on? Perhaps we are, you know. Perhaps we are, because we do need to retrain, and that is a good spot to do so. I think I'll have to figure all of that out next time, ladies and gentlemen, because for now we've had an interesting one. We've managed to take Ravenna. Things are looking good down here. We just need to clear off this random straggling army, and we can head up north to Augusta Vindelicorum, of course. That's actually, Maximus Rex, isn't it? Yes. We've actually got Appius, Mr. Appius the Butcher. Appius the Butcher! Oh, brutal. Appius the Butcher, who's apparently incredibly disloyal nowadays. He's the exterminator, pillager. He's sanguinary, loves the blood of battle. Oh, God. What a crazy, crazy man. But in the end, who cares? He is nobly pious. And he hears the word of the Lord. And next time, I'm sure he'll be trying to swing down towards Rome once we've, of course, dealt with this. We do need some more troops before we can do that. So I think he wants to get a couple of his first cohort out just to make sure he's ready for that occasion when it comes. But yes, things looking good. Still as shaky as ever for much of the Empire. The Celts have turned up. The Vandals have backstabbed us today. The Alemanni and the Saxons are floating around the territory once more. And the Franks, I don't know, they'll probably stab us in the throat the minute that we get anywhere near them. And I'm frankly amazed that they're still... I'm amazed they're still not stabbing me in the back already. I've been in Augusta Trevorum for all of, 3 turns? Madness. Utter madness. But yes. Into the Western Empire. Looks very, very close, ladies and gents. So we'll see how that all goes down next time. But for now, I will leave you. I'm Thomas. This is To Nose to Human, and this has been our Western Empire Rebels campaign. Thank you, and goodbye.
By Jove, it is a marvellous, marvellous day. Spiffing, one would say. Any one for Pims.
He has seen the light. He's joined the anarchy. He is cruel and cunning. And you know what? He likes a little drink, and I think that's marvellous.
La 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 la, chop your way through the peasants. One shot! No!